Yo, what's going on, guys? Crispy Flakes here. Welcome to Extra Crispy. So I did a 4-hour live stream earlier doing coverage of the 2019 NBA trade deadline. So for today's video, guys, I'm going to just kind of go through and give you guys my thoughts about every single trade that went down today. Now, keep in mind, as far as like Tobias Harris and, you know, Reggie Bullocks and all those other trades, Otto Porter, I have talked about those in one way or another already. So these are totally new thoughts about stuff that has happened as of the day of the trade deadline. So yeah, also on my main channel, Crispy Flakes, I will be doing rebuilds of pretty much every single team now. It will be giving my thoughts over there, so be sure to check out that content too, guys, when I do post it. And one last thing, man, I just gotta say thank you. Over on that live stream I did, I had 5,500 viewers at one time. That was absolutely crazy. So that was really awesome. But here we go, man. The Celtics dump Jabari Parker and... Oh, I guess it was just Celtics dump. And yeah, the Hawks received Jabari Parker. Boston Celtics receive a second-round pick. Jabari Parker's already been released by the Atlanta Hawks. So the Hawks, or the Celtics got a second-round pick. I don't know why the Hawks did that, but hey, it's whatever, man. Pretty low-key deal. Here we have the 76ers received James Ennis, and the Houston Rockets received swap rights for 2021 second-round pick. So by the time that pick rolls around, whatever the better one is, the Rockets will get that, or elect to get that one. James Ennis for the Philadelphia 76ers. This season averaging like 7 points per game, a few rebounds. I think he's shooting like 36% from three. Not like a crazy player, but just one of your typical role players out there. He's going to give the 76ers a little bit of depth off their bench, just because with some of their recent trades like Tobias Harris, they are left with a pretty depleted bench right now. So a guy like James Ennis, not really expect him, do not expect him to be 6th man of the year material or anything like that. Just, you know, a guy to get you about 20-25 minutes per game, and that's about what he's going to be. Here we have the Rockets Pacers salary dump. The Pacers receive Nick Stauskas, Wade Baldwin, and a second-round pick. I think the Houston Rockets received a draft pick of some sort, something like that. I don't remember, man. It has something to do with like cash considerations and stuff like that. But I think they ended up getting a pick or something like that, man. But yeah, Nick Stauskas, Wade Baldwin traded to Indiana. They've actually already been let go. So they were traded first, I believe it was to Cleveland, then to Indiana, and then let go. So that's all we got to say about that one. We have Tyler Dorsey and Shelvin Max swap between Memphis and the Atlanta Hawks. Once again, pretty lame trade. Nothing too exciting about this one right here. I mean, I wouldn't even say role players. I mean, I guess maybe Shelvin Max can get some back commits. I don't know anything about Tyler Dorsey. I mean, so, you know, bench warmers as far as I can see. Then we get the Portland Trail Blazers receive Skal Labissiere. The Sacramento Kings receive Caleb Swanigan. Now, I don't watch a lot of Caleb Swanigan highlights, but I did hear from a few Portland Trail Blazer fans that at least once upon a time he was doing pretty good for them. I don't know how he's doing as of late, but as far as Skal Labissiere, this is actually a pretty good move I like for the Portland Trail Blazers. Of course, a team that's looking for some forward help out there at times. Just because, like, a few seasons ago on the Sacramento Kings, Skal was actually putting up, like, decent numbers. I think he was averaging, like, over 10 points, getting, you know, like, 7-8 rebounds out there, and then he just kind of fell out of the rotation because the Kings, you know, their front court was so loaded. I don't want to say loaded, but they had a lot of front court players, and then Marvin Bagley was drafted, and Skal was just completely out of the rotation, so he's off the team now. Then we get to the big-time LA Lakers trade. Not as big as people thought this trade was going to be today, as the Lakers trade away Michael Beasley, Ivica Zubac for Mike Muscala. I thought that deal was stupid, man. Just because, like, you know, like Michael Beasley, he's okay. Zubac, I think, only at the age of 21, like, he's showing some signs of, like, just great play. I mean, he was doing fantastic. Mike Muscala is a guy that's going to get you, like, 8 points, bring you a little bit of shooting out there, and that's about it, man. Now, I heard the reason I did this trade was to free up a roster spot for, you know, a buyout player, which we're hearing, you know, through the grapevine that this might be Carmelo Anthony. But even so, like, Michael Beasley and Zubac for Mike Muscala and Carmelo Anthony, essentially. Big disappointment if you're a Laker fan, not getting Anthony Davis. But you don't, not only that, you also got to realize that chemistry and locker room chemistry, all that for the Lakers, just gone. Just destroyed for nothing, guys. That team is going to be so far apart because we know all season, for the rest of the season, those young rookies, I want to say rookies, those young Laker players that, you know, early on in the NBA, confidence is such a big thing. I mean, even later on in the NBA, confidence is such a big thing. And they pretty much were told by Magic Johnson, we don't have confidence in you being the right players alongside LeBron James, and we're probably going to trade you. You got LeVar Ball talking again. LeVar Ball actually said that Lonzo Ball is better than LeBron James, so he's already talking shit again. It's just not a good situation for the Laker fans. They don't end up getting anybody alongside LeBron James. They play in the same conference as the Golden State Warriors. It's just like, as far as I see it, this season's a wash. And unless the Lakers make some big time moves in the free agency, you very well might say that LeBron James made the wrong choice, guys. I think about now, especially after this trade deadline, that LeBron could have went to the 76ers, and they could have had a team essentially of Ben Simmons, Jimmy Butler, LeBron, Tobias Harris, and Joel Embiid. And now you got now you're LeBron James trying to chase the ghosts of Chicago, Michael Jordan, and you're on a team where the young guys have no confidence in themselves and realize now that you have no confidence in them. It's not a good situation at all. We have the Greg Monroe deal. Greg Monroe and a second-round pick from Toronto. I guess it's not been reported what the exact trade has been at the making of this. So, yeah, Brooklyn Nets, Greg Monroe, probably not going to play too much over there. I guess he's not really a power forward anymore. And Ed Davis, I would probably have as my backup center over Greg Monroe as right now. Way better rebounder and stuff like that. So, I don't know. Maybe it was a salary dump. I'm not really sure. I don't really see how Greg Monroe fits into their plans. Then we have a deal, the Avery Bradley deal, which is Memphis Grizzlies receive Avery Bradley. The Clippers receive JaMychal Green and Garrett Temple. Once again, I don't really see the mindset of this one right here. Just because I believe JaMychal Green might be an expiring contract. I don't. Avery Bradley might be one too, actually. It's just a whole bunch of nothing going on because the Clippers, by trading away Tobias, are showing that they're not really looking to compete right now. But I guess maybe the mindset of this deal is that they did trade away Mike Scott, Tobias Harris, two of their forwards out there. So JaMychal Green will probably be their starting power forward. Gallinari at the 3 spot, of course. I guess maybe they didn't really need Avery Bradley. That frees up, Lou Williams, obviously, to play a lot more, and also Jerome Robinson. So, yeah. Just, it seems like more of a rotational trade. And Avery Bradley and Mike Conley in the backcourt, 5 years ago would have been great defensively. Then we get to one of my favorite deals of the day. Orlando Magic receiving Markelle Fultz in exchange for Jonathan Simmons, a first-round pick, which I believe is from the OKC Thunder, and a second-round pick. I love the idea that the Orlando Magic got Markelle just because it's a very low-pressure situation. We all know they are not looking to win right now. I mean, Mo Bamba's extremely young. He's in his rookie season. Jonathan Isaac's extremely young. Aaron Gordon's only 23. So I would say this team is probably 3-4 years away. And in the meantime, it's like they're still going to go out there. They're not going to be great, but Markelle Fultz is going to get quite a few seasons under his belt as an NBA starting point guard, which is very important on a team that kind of that didn't really have a good point guard. Like, DJ Augustine was okay, but should not be a starter. So Markelle Fultz gets full reins of this team, gets to play his natural position, is not going to be asked to share the basketball with Ben Simmons. And then the 76ers, they get another, somewhat decent bench player, Jonathan Simmons. It's been a few seasons, but last time I remember him being any good was on the San Antonio Spurs. Also getting a few picks out of it, especially a first-round pick. Yeah, I mean, obviously, man, it's like a #1 pick overall would typically get you a better haul than this, but at the same time, with Markelle Fultz's injury history, they weren't going to get too much for him. So, obviously get some picks, and also a guy that can help you on your kind of weaker bench. Now we have this trade. I laughed so hard at this one when this one went down. The fact that Stanley Johnson was traded from the Pistons to the Bucks. Giannis took one look at him, was like, hell no, man. Sent him on a train or a plane or whatever. I don't know, man. To the Pelicans in exchange for Nikola Mirotic. So Stanley Johnson, Jason Smith, and some second-round picks for Mirotic. What a freaking steal for the Milwaukee Bucks. They pretty much traded away Thon Maker for Mirotic. And Mirotic, we know, can very well get you 18 to 20 points on any given night. Going to fit in perfectly at that 4 spot. I'm not quite sure if he's going to start on the team because an issue I do see arising is, Giannis would, of course, go back to the 3. He's been killing it at the power forward position. And then it's like Chris Middleton would go to the 2. Brogdon would go to the bench. So I could see Mirotic coming off the bench potentially, but at the same time, if they start him, a great floor spacer. There's going to be shooters all around Giannis, especially with Brook Lopez and Mirotic on the court at the same time. And then we got another big-time trade that happened. A lot of people were really hyped about this one. I was personally not one of them. The Raptors get Marc Gasol in exchange for Jonas Valanciunas, DeLon Wright, CJ Miles, and a second-round pick. Now, Marc Gasol, don't get me wrong, he's a fantastic player. It's just that I don't know how he fits into this team's scheme because they were running Serge Ibaka as center. The whole reason Valanciunas was on the bench is because you know, a big bulky center like that was not really fitting their style of play. And that's exactly what Marc Gasol is. He's even bulkier than Valanciunas is. Not very fast. It's like he's more of a half-court set type of center. So, stat line-wise, averaging about 17 points and like 8 rebounds, 5 assists. Which, if you look at it, is not far off, you know, minus the passing, from what Serge Ibaka's doing. Serge Ibaka's averaging like 16, 17 points, you know, 8 rebounds. So, I don't know how that's going to work. I can see something happening there, man. Like, Marc Gasol and the Raptors just not clicking. It's like, okay, well, Marc Gasol is going to the bench then. I don't know. I don't know how this is going to work. I got to see it happen, was what I'm trying to say. I got to see this happen to really be convinced. I wasn't too happy about the trade, man. I did not think it was needed, and they got rid of some of their depth. I mean, the Toronto Raptors, the big thing about them was like, yeah, this team's got so much depth. Delon Wright's been a pretty solid player for them. CJ Miles, kind of a bench warmer, but it's not really a losing situation because they still have Serge Ibaka on the team, who we know is proven to work in the lineup as of right now. So, yeah, guys, give me your thoughts on that. Not too much more to say about this. Those are all the trades that went down today. I guess some quick notes to say is, you know, we got the Kristaps deal. I talked a lot about that, so I'm not going to say too much about these two deals right here. Some that I might have missed, of course, with Tyler Johnson, Wayne Ellington for Ryan Anderson. Wayne Ellington got bought out. Thonmaker for Stanley Johnson. We don't know that went now. And then the Pistons losing Reggie Bullock, which I was okay with. That's a guy that was going to want some money this offseason. I mean, shooters are always paid pretty well, and the Pistons were not willing to pay him that. So I'm okay with that, guys. Anyway, oh, I guess we got, yeah, I guess a few more trades to talk about real quick here. Harrison Barnes to the Kings in exchange from the Dallas Mavericks. I like that a lot. It gives the Dallas Mavericks a opportunity to sign a max contract player. And also, the Kings, they get a small forward, a position they've kind of been lacking for a bit. Otto Porter, Bobby Porter's got a whole video about that, guys, here on this channel, Extra Crispy, so check that out. And not too much more to say about the other trades. So, hope you all enjoy. The trade deadline is officially over. One of my favorite times of the year. Guess we'll wait until next year, right, guys? Hope you all enjoyed. Peace out, my friends.